What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines, and today we're going to talk about our surprises and disappointments from the Week 1 NBA season. Let's get into it.
I'm just going to start right here. Steph Curry has been on a tear early in the season, and I did not expect him to start off this hot.
You know what, though? That's one of my surprises as well. I just know that I anticipated that the Warriors would be pretty good this season. What I didn't anticipate is that Steph Curry would be outstanding.
Oh, he's just
two games in. He's going to be a dominant player. And actually, I know it's kind of early, but I wouldn't be surprised if he starts to be part of the discussion for MVP. He is amazing. And we already knew that the Warriors should be pretty good. I already anticipate that they will be in the top 6 of the Western Conference. I get that. And especially knowing that Klay is coming back. But even without Klay, if Jordan Poole wants to have a pool party, then it's on. So his supporting cast has been pretty amazing as well. But Steph Curry, I read an article where it says Steph Curry put on about 2 to 3 pounds of muscle.
So you can tell.
Oh my gosh, because he wanted to be able to be more healthier throughout the season, right? And then I also read, this is on NBA.com, anybody can read it. I also read where it said they changed up his practice or off-season training, where they became more technologically you say that word, not for real, savvy with how his shot goes into the basket. And I'm like, oh my God, it is amazing. Now, 3-point shooting has really been, I think, personified with Steph Curry, right? And so I think he's really made it exciting to watch. He changed the game in that manner, in my opinion. But to watch it unfold when he's 33, when the Warriors have missed the playoffs and really haven't had the best season for the past 2 seasons, and to come out the gate.
Yes, I know. It's unbelievable what he's able to do. And what I love about his game, yes, he's great offensively, but the joy he brings to the court is so fun to watch. I love watching him play.
And he can pull up anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Defender, no defender. It doesn't even matter. 2-point, 3-point. I'm going to shoot and I'm going to shoot again. And so for his organization to trust him, that even though he may start off or miss a few shots, they know his shot is going to hit at one point during the game. And it's been amazing to watch. I just out the gate, and I love it. Yeah. So Golden State Warriors for sure has been a surprise, especially with Steph Curry's performance.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so for me, a surprise that I have is that the Chicago Bulls are actually 3-0 at the top of the key. No.
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that the Chicago Bulls have a big 4? I don't know, maybe too early. I get it.
No, it's too early. It's too early.
But it's something to think about. I know that the Chicago Bulls, they beat the Pistons twice and they beat the Pels once. However, based on the way some of these top tier teams have played from the start, there's no slight to what the Bulls have put together when they came up against these teams. What I can say is that it seems like playing in the preseason is beneficial to some teams.
Yes.
And maybe some players needed to take the preseason a little bit more seriously and got out there early, because what I hate to see is that you trying to do preseason during the regular season. And what the product that the Chicago Bulls have been able to put out right now is something that makes me feel hopeful that they can at least make it to the 7 to 10 spot. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be 1 through 6. And it's possible that they can upset if these top tier teams don't get it together. And I know they will. We're talking about week 1, right? So I am surprised. And also that the Bulls are starting to be part of a discussion. It's time, right? And so with DeMar DeRozan, to being top scorer in the 3 games, and you got Zach LaVine, coming in one of the top scorers in one of the games, it's just great to see. Lonzo Ball may have, still early, but he may have found his spot with the Bulls. I just don't know, but it is surprising to see them do so well so soon. So I'm excited about that.
Okay. I actually have Lonzo being one of my surprises as well. Looks like he's finally having fun out there on the court. You know, he's dishing dimes. He's getting, and the good thing is he played well. He had like a triple double against his old team.
I
You know, him
know.
and Caruso, they were playing great. You know, I have to agree with you. I think Lonzo has found his place finally in the NBA. And, you know, it's nice because his younger brother is killing it in Charlotte.
Right, he is. He is. He is. So it is really good to see Lonzo being comfortable. And I don't know if it's because he's playing with DeMar DeRozan. You know, they both from the LA area. Maybe that helps. I just don't know. But
Um,
I didn't know
yeah.
that they would be number one
Hmm.
as we speak in the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference, even if
Yeah,
it is
but
for a week.
yes, it's only for a week, and they only play Detroit and New Orleans Pelicans, which might be playing contenders. So it's not like they play the
Yeah.
big dogs quite yet.
Yeah. And I'm saying, and that's fine. And I do anticipate that they will um, you know, have some competition when it comes to the top tier teams. I get that. But
Hmm.
what I'm talking about right now is the teams, like you said, they'll be competing against when we're talking about the playing tournament. And we
Yeah.
cannot overlook what that looks like if this team is coming out of the gate, unlike some other teams, ready for the season.
So can we talk about Scotty Barnes and the Toronto Raptors? You know, a lot of people are surprised by his game. I have to say that I am too. He was their first round pick number 4. And people didn't know that he could play inside and outside. And his engine was just, oh my God, revved up all the time. So happy to see it. Toronto, they're what, 1-2 right now on the season, still early, but
Mhm.
he is surprising a lot of folks.
You know what's really funny because he was missed in a lot of the conversation when we were talking about the rookie that's going to really come out and shine.
Mm-hmm.
I know I heard his name, but it wasn't as strong as it was for the rookie that's in Jalen Green that's in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jalen Green in Houston? Yeah, and then Cade Cunningham. Well, I can tell you right now, Scotty Barnes, he's doing it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, oh my gosh. And it's so funny because his first game was a little getting used first time, big league, big bright lights on the big court, but
Mm-hmm.
that second game,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. So yeah, and good for the Toronto Raptors because Van Fleet has been it's been interesting. I know that I can tell that they miss Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. And
But
this is what Van Fleet's first time having to leave the
yes.
Raptors. So,
Yes.
give him some time as well.
Yeah, again, it is just week 1, so I get it. All right, another thing that surprised me was the Washington Wizards. Now, the Washington Wizards are another team for me, like the Bulls, that really have an opportunity to obtain a solid spot in the play-in tournament. However, for them to be able to win against the Pacers
Mm-hmm.
without Bradley Beal spoke volumes for me. I just know that what I'm seeing is that Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, they got something to prove. And what a better way to do it when we're talking about winning the games at the start of the season. Now, no things will change. They will play tougher teams. I get that. But the Pacers are no slouch. So for
Mm-hmm.
them to beat the Pacers, although it was just a 1-point win, it was like 135 to 134.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, that game proved to me that Kyle Kuzma needed someplace other than the Lakers in
Yes.
order to be able to showcase his potential and his abilities that he currently has. And so I'm happy about that. It's great to see Montrezl Harrell come off the bench again. And we're talking about another 6-man of the year run. I mean,
Mm.
again, I know it's early, but when we're talking about what we can look forward to and the surprises that we have in week 1, that's another one that surprised me. And them to be able to do it without Bradley Beal, which we know Bradley Beal is their top scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal is going to be the one to carry the Wizards, but knowing that he's not playing and they're still able to get a win out of a team that's really competitive, which is the Pacers,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say good for them. So I'm excited. It was good to see that the Wizards were able to come out the gate ready.
Yeah, I think it was good to see, but I wasn't surprised by it. I knew the Wizards would be decent this year. And, those former Lakers have a lot to prove. So I expected this from the Washington
Okay,
Wizards.
cool.
Yeah. All right. Now, I'm surprised Joel Embiid came to the defense of Ben Simmons before a home game and said that Ben is still their brother. I liked it, but I was just surprised because he ragged him in the media, you know what I mean, just days prior. So, and Tobias Harris also came to his defense. So, we'll see what happens with that situation. But I think it was a good look.
I want it to be over. Like, don't talk about it no more. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Ben Simmons clearly is not going to play another game in the Sixers uniform. And if he does, okay. If he doesn't, is Joel Embiid suiting up? Because that's really all I need to worry about. Because if Joel Embiid is on the court, then there's hope. But Ben Simmons. For me, what it's telling me is that I don't know if they really need him. Is he a good player? Yes. But when you have to adjust your mind to say, okay, he may or may not be here, we got to move forward, then they just need to move forward. And to be still rehashing Ben Simmons playing, I hope everything works out with Ben Simmons. I hope, wherever he wants to be, however it makes him comfortable, I just hope he finds that. But I'm tired of talking about it. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I'm here for Ben Simmons, and it would be great if he could suit up for the Sixers again, get over his mental hurdles and suit up. I think it would be great for the franchise.
Boo!
I'm really surprised how quickly and easily the Brooklyn Nets have moved on without Kyrie Irving. I mean, what? In the first game of the season, they struggled against the Bucks. The Bucks came and put the sledgehammer on. They put the sledgehammer on the Brooklyn Nets in game 1, the opening night.
Talking about barbecued at its finest.
Yes. Yeah. But then when the Brooklyn Nets played Philadelphia 76ers, they were down all game. And I thought the Sixers were going to win that game until 48 seconds left. KD and Harden put together their magic, right? LaMarcus Aldridge hit a couple free throws.
LaMarcus Aldridge showed up in that game. He had like 20-something points.
Yeah.
I said, okay, because, game 1, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
L.A. maybe. I mean, if this was the early 90s, maybe even 70s, I'm just playing, but I'm joking.
Yeah.
But he came through. He came through. And if he has more games like that, it will help. I think that he helped cut the deficit some, in order for KD and Harden to, sprinkle their little magic at the end. But he did really well in that game. Yeah. So again, like Ben Simmons with the 76ers, teams have to. It is imperative that they move on. Yeah. Now, I'm quite sure that they would love to have Kyrie on the floor. I know they do. But he's not here. So we're going to stop playing because he's not here. We can't do that. Matter of fact, the fans won't even allow it. And neither will this franchise. They want their money. So y'all got to play. So yeah, Kyrie, Godspeed. Just come on back when you can. We got to move on. We have to move on. And people can't wait around and I'm going, not do my best because you're not here. They're not about to do that.
Are you surprised what the Minnesota Timberwolves have done so far this season?
You know what? It's about time. But they're 2-0 right now. As we speak. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but they ain't really play anybody, right? They beat the Pelicans and they beat the Rockets. But,
They beat the Pelicans and the Rockets. Yeah, no.
But I like the productivity from Cat D'Lo and Anthony Edwards, though. When they start playing, the more competitive teams, then we'll really get a good gauge. But so far, I'm impressed with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And it's what's needed. Again, come out the gate ready, right? And so once you get your stamina up, get your continuity up, because then once you start playing the top tier teams, then you will be a little bit more ready than you would have been in the past. So yeah, I'm with it. Good for the Timberwolves. They need some type of saving grace because their past few seasons abysmal.
Oh my God. Okay, so now on the flip side, there have been a couple of disappointments so far early in this 2022 season. What's one of your disappointments straight out the gate?
The Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Gut punch. Like, really, you lost at home? Even so bad that the crowd booed you at halftime? Y'all got booed?
It's horrible.
You know what? It is so sad to me when a player puts up an amazing performance. Jalen, 46 points in that first game in a loss?
Yeah, it's painful.
I was like, is Jason Tatum okay? I know it's early. But again, we're talking about week 1. Is he all right? When I saw him, I don't know, I don't remember which game it was, but he was at that free throw line. I think he was shooting for a technical. That ball, hit the front of the basket. Did he even put some strength behind that free throw? I was like, that's uncharacteristic of Jason Tatum. So I just hope that week 2, week 3, and moving forward, better for Jason Tatum because I'm missing it. You know what's funny? Even in the last game they played, he had 16 points in the first quarter, but he had a total of 18 points for the whole game. You disappeared in the second half?
Yeah.
What is going on? And then 46-point game for Jaylen Brown in game 1. Game 2, he had 9 points. He was
Okay.
tired.
Yeah, he was tired. I mean, that was a pretty good game against the New York Knicks. I mean, ooh,
Oh, that
wire
game
to
was
wire, double OT. Woo,
no, that wasn't a
everybody was
that's what I'm
beat.
saying. That's why it was
Mhm,
hurtful for them to, not win that game
mhm,
because it was a great the game was really good and it was competitive as well. It could have been anybody's game, to be
mhm.
honest. When you start going into double overtime, the teams are the matchup is a good matchup. So,
Yeah. Well, you're not going to believe this, but I'm disappointed in Coach Ime Udoka already.
Already.
In the previous episode, we talked about his disciplinary structure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's starting to wear on these young Boston Celtics because he suspended Marcus Smart, you bench Grant Williams, and I'm understanding that he also sat Jason Tatum down when Jason complained to the refs. Can these guys please play basketball without looking over their shoulder, wondering if they're going to be benched? Can they play freely? And that could be what we're seeing from Jason Tatum.
Maybe.
He's their franchise guy, and nobody wants to
Maybe.
be embarrassed that way.
Maybe.
And then Coach Udoka came out
He
after the
sure
last
did.
game when they were blown out by 32 with the Toronto Raptors against the Toronto Raptors and said that they got punked.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you're going to get punked if you're not even saying nothing. You're not fighting back. I need you to get a technical coach, Udoka, to stand up for your guys since you don't want them to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a problem with that. And I'm starting to see, and it's
Okay.
still early, but his discipline and the way he coaches, maybe it might not be a good fit for these guys.
Yeah, that could be something that could be impacting Jason Tatum's overall play because I can tell you it just seems uncharacteristic for me. It
Yep.
really does. And so yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. And maybe coach will change, bend a little,
Please.
if he starts to see that the product that's being put out there is not what he's anticipating and it's making him look bad,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see. We'll see.
But
It's going to have to change because again, we can't go week 2, 3, and 4 and they're still losing. It's just
yeah.
they're 0-2.
0-2.
The
And I get the
Celtics,
game against the Knicks. Okay, that's fine. It was a
I'll
double
give you that.
OT
Oh yeah,
game.
no.
Yeah.
But the Raptors,
But to lose by 32 and have 25 turnovers in that game,
25 turnovers. Yes.
that is uncharacteristic. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a direct reflection of Coach Udoka. And
Not
he
all.
better know, Coach
Mhm.
Udoka better know that management will not choose him over Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or Marcus
You
Smart, in my opinion.
and Marcus Smart had 0 points in 29 minutes.
See what I'm
0.
saying? See? He's afraid to be himself. No, it's not going to work well.
Okay. Boston, Brad.
Okay.
You better have a talk. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now, I'm also disappointed in what the Lakers have done so far. They're winless. Coach Vogel hasn't figured out a way to get Russell Westbrook more involved in the game. You got LeBron James handling the ball most, and he's not your point guard. Have a problem with that. I'm disappointed. I knew that it would take some time, and we're still in the process of trying to figure out how to play together. You got 9, 11 new dudes on the court. I don't care. These are all
I don't care
seasoned
either.
vets.
It doesn't mean nothing to me.
Seasoned vets, figure it out on the fly. Coach Vogel needs to be leading that charge, and I don't see that from him.
What are you going to do different? I'm quite sure you knew the type of player you were acquiring when you decided to bring on Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He needs the ball in his hand.
Yep.
And you got your GOAT still handling the ball like he did last season. Whatever they did last season is not going to work because this is a new group of guys.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers should be embarrassed, as far as I'm concerned. Really? Oh, the veterans and they got all these great players. If AD and LeBron James are not bringing in 60 points, 60, 70 points, it's a wrap.
Well,
this doesn't look good. I don't know. I'm not excited about the Lakers right now. They better get it together. Another LA team that's really disappointing me right now is the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah.
Honestly, I said it before. If Kawhi Leonard is not on the floor, it ain't gonna happen. Who is going to cover his points? Like, who's gonna do it? Paul George is out there literally doing fireworks. He's like literally like, how much more must he do?
Mm-hmm.
How much more must he do? Who else is gonna step up and make sure that the Los Angeles Clippers can maintain a 1 through 6 spot without Kawhi Leonard? Who gonna do it?
Not Terrence Mann. Everybody thought it would be him. They played him a lot of minutes, almost 30 minutes a game. And no, it's not going to be him. Reggie Jackson. Where's Reggie?
Where's Reggie? No, Reggie giving us about his 17. That's about right. Eric Bledsoe. I mean, is it you? Who is it? I'm gonna tell you right now. If Paul George ain't putting up 80 points himself, they can forget about it.
80 points.
I'm just saying. What else he's supposed to do?
Yeah, he's playing to his max, and he's not getting any help. It's sad to see, actually.
Ty Lue, when does mid-season trade happen? Because I need for you to start looking for other players. No, come on, come on.
Get it Kenny together. Baca, please come back to the lineup. He's been out long enough.
Yeah, no, not impressed. Impressed with Paul George, yes. The Clippers as a whole, no.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I expected this from the Los Angeles Clippers. But without Kawhi, they need him. Everybody knows how big of a part he plays.
I don't care how you may feel about him. He has a positive impact on any game he's playing. That's just what it is. Yeah, no, they need Kawhi for sure. And that's why it's two. You need somebody else. You know, every player, every star player needs someone else, right? LeBron has AD. I mean, we got Giannis, got Middleton, and Drew Holiday. KD got Harden, or Harden got KD. However you want to put it. Who is that somebody for Paul George? Oh,
Damian Lillard has CJ McCollum, and right now CJ is leading the team.
I can tell you right now, Chauncey Billups need to be buying CJ McCollum top shelf right now. What's your top shelf favorite liqueur? I'm gonna make sure you get that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, they would be 0-2.
They would be. I'm wondering if Damian Lillard is just giving lip service to the media. Is he really in? Like, for real in? Because I looked, and his stats are down across the board, except his assists are up by 2 ticks. But I don't know if Damian Lillard's really involved. I don't know if I'm buying it. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you this. CJ McCollum continue to perform the way you perform. That's it. You got to make sure your stock, whatever Dame decides to do or whoever else decides to do on any roster, that doesn't mean they need to change how you play because it's about your paper, right? Not theirs. And if Dame, I really hope he's not all talk. Because it's going to change the way I see him. Don't do me lip service. I'd rather you be quiet and move in silence than to say you all in and then don't be in your performance.
Giving us that little performance. Come on, where's Dame time?
It ain't showed up yet.
No.
It's probably still charging. Somebody needs to play in the preseason. The Lakers probably need to play the preseason. I'm just saying, it's looking real crazy right now. So I'm happy for CJ, but I'm disappointed. I'm glad they won, but I still don't see it for the Portland Trailblazers. I still don't.
Wow. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this video. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know what some of your surprises are and your disappointments for the start. This is only week 1. We know it's early, but drop down and let's talk. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace.
Peace, y'all.